Yo, yo, yo to the yo, yo, yo. Phew, I made it. I'm going to come up with a new opener, I think in September. There's so many really cool ones, like good morning, guys, that kind of thing. I don't know. The few I made it completely makes sense. I've been powering up the Hangout now since 3 minutes after 8 New York time. It is now 8:28. That's too long. One person. That's too long. But I will tell you, what's kind of cool about today is that, and I will be showcasing in just a moment, so you just hold on, is I've now learned quite a few things in the last couple of days, and that's to keep those tabs up. But of course, if you have too many tabs, you're going to be using a lot of them. You can be using a lot of power from your laptop. Another thing is, let me see what else I can tell you. I really think that one of the secrets, for me anyway, is to pop that chat out. And then when you've got the chat popped out, everything that you've done, if you go ahead and use the chat to your advantage and follow your programming and make sure that you post frequently in your own chat, and then make that a comment, that I think that really works for when you go back and maybe you want to clean up the video in any way. At least you have something, right? You don't have to listen to every word and watch every pixel, because you have some idea of what was covered. And I think that's been a lot different than any of my prior attempts in going live daily. So I'm also going to be powering up my tweet deck. I need to do that. And I'm not going to be without, being involved in the news loop. I don't think so. I just don't know. I want to bring stories maybe that are not headline stories. I kind of like pulling from, Anon Twitter. And we have some issue with that, is that if you don't really take a look at the tweet properly, it can be a retweet of something that goes back months and months. So then, of course, it wouldn't be considered news. So maybe we'll play around with that a little bit. The things that we have on the tweet deck now, and let me go live. Let me do that. So go ahead and we are going to run over to the screen share, go to application window, and hit the tweet deck window. It would have been fun to have those other windows open up, but that isn't to be today. And we will start to share. We present to everybody, and we open up my window block there, my host block. So here we are with TweetDeck. Isn't it fun? It's really kind of fun. And today we have Bitcoin. We have the BitMEX Rect, which showcases all liquidations. We have the solar eclipse. We'll see how much that starts to power up today. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on, different anecdotes, maybe little quotes, especially if the Weather Channel's coming out. And then, of course, the photography can be very much fun. Bitcoin satellites. I think I want to keep this up for the next day or so. I do believe last we had was an hour ago. So if that starts to slow, then we will have to move the Bitcoin satellites over. The ICO page over here, I think what we can do is move the ICO page maybe where Bitcoin satellites is. Why don't we do that? Remember, it goes one column at a time. And I'm also thinking maybe that would work. Actually, I think what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and move this over one more. And I'm still kind of trying to decide. I think I'll go ahead and get rid of the Bitcoin satellites. There's the Twitter, and that's it. The other one that we could See, this is the example. Here's a tweet coming in from Bobby Lee, but it's been retweeted. And his original tweet was 7 hours ago. And there's no way that I can, what is it called, manage. Don't think there is. Even on my side, I don't, of course I can't, because people are making their own decisions. So I can't do that at all. All right, so let's kind of get a heads up as to where we're at with everything today. Go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin dollar, Coinbase pair. Swimmingly long at 44.19 flat, up 1.12 on the session. Let's open up the news quad here from the major media. Yahoo. Coinbase awarded patent for Bitcoin security concept. Okay. We love security and Bitcoin. Next headline, Bitcoin prices reach new all-time high of over $4,500. And the third, Australia takes aim at cryptocurrencies with new money laundering bill. So those are the three top headlines for BTC USD. Not the best headlines in the world, coming from Yahoo Finance. Close that column up. And reminding you, of course, to always have a good chart. Doesn't have to be my chart. And you can check out the Trading View chart widget. And we'll remind you over at the BabyPips to make sure that you go to the Rates tab, scroll down, and grab yourself a widget. There are other ways that we will be talking about once you're over at the tradingview.com site of how to build your widget and start to add some customization. But get yourself a chart. Go ahead and go into the 1 minute, kind of see where things are in the 1 minute. So we have a little bit of a draft down. We had a power sell candle in the 1 minute too that looks like it brought things down nicely. And we have power sells, power buys. I don't know if the last power sell took us on the bottom. Go ahead and X out or hide the volume so I can kind of see that bar. I see. So there's a wick down. And we might want to, before the US market opens, go into a 1 hour and see where that wick is really in real life. 24 minutes left in the hour. So we'll go to the 30 minute to see what's going on up there. So that was a pretty intense little wick down. So here you can more clearly see that this is possible. This is just a ledge pullback, and then the trade will keep going. Head up to the hour. We don't know this. We do know that this W pattern here, though, this center portion here, got not only held, but we got a power wick up above from this whole area here. What it does is that it kind of leans into this apex. We'll talk more about these kinds of things later on in the lessons. Why does it do that? Why would this wick be the wick to register the apex? And as the trade came back around, it held apex price, powered up, and now what it has to do is the prior ledge high has to hold that, or else the pattern is a different sort of pattern. So we'll see what happens there. That is your Bitcoin dollar Coinbase 60-minute pair. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at Ruby. Here we go, always on the 15-minute, and the channel line that we built seems to be giving us some interesting reads. Remember, the channel heel is an upside move, and the resolution should be to a continuation, and it just continues to go on. Unless inside here, there are other things that start to happen to break this trade down. It's been, pretty moderate, staying inside the median of the channel right now. And one way that you can learn how to do, to discover kind of if the median exists, is that you use the Fibonacci tool, which is going to be the lesson today. And that's all you do. You just draw Fibonacci so that you can kind of see. And sure enough, there's the 50% line of the channel. And so what you want to see, if this thing stays inside of the median, channels do have a tendency to retrace though, but that's basically where it is right now. It's right there at the median. We can play around with this a little bit too. Got to keep that in check right there. And then reboot. The lesson of the day. We are already in grade 3, and we are going to be going through the Fibonacci modules today, lessons. And I believe that I'm going to check my pop-out. I think I gave you guys the URL. Pretty sure I did. Let me go to my pop-out chat, and I did. Yes, yes, yes. So we're ready to go. Just a couple of moments, I think. Yep. All right, so I'll be on mute for just a couple moments. Alrighty guys, let's get this thing kicked off a little bit. The first thing you want to do, of course, is find yourself over at BabyPips.com. BabyPips.com. We're in the elementary section right here of the Pipsology. And if you go down, we have already dealt with the grade 1 support and resistance and all those lessons. We finished up the Japanese candlesticks. That was actually in 2 parts. Yesterday we finished that up. And now we are at grade 3, Fibonacci. Grade 3, Fibonacci. Now that you know about the basic Japanese candlestick patterns, why not take it to the next level and learn about the Fibonacci retracement tool? Fibonacci trading. No, Fibonacci is not some type of pasta. Learn all about the man behind the concept and what it actually means. And here we go for lesson number 1. I'll go ahead and take the URL. Actually, what we do is we take the header and take it over to our chat. So where that goes there. And the URL you take as well. Take it over and put it in our chat so that we can find it later. We will be using Fibonacci ratios a lot in our trading. So you better learn it and love it, and your mother's home cooking. Fibonacci is a huge subject, and there are many different Fibonacci studies where weird sounding names, but we're going to stick to 2, retracement and extension. Retracement and extension. Let us first start by introducing you to the Fib man himself, Leonardo Fibonacci. Leonardo Fibonacci. No, Leonardo Fibonacci isn't some famous chef. Actually, he was a famous Italian mathematician, also known as a super duper uber ultra geek. He had an aha moment when he discovered a simple series of numbers that created ratios describing the natural proportions of things in the universe. The ratios arise from the following numbers: 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, and so on. The series of numbers is derived by starting with 0 followed by 1, and then adding 0 plus 1 to get 1, the third number. Then adding the second and third number, 1 and 2, to get 2, and the fourth number, and so on. After the first few numbers in the sequence, if you measure the ratio of any number to the succeeding higher number, you get 0.618. If you measure the ratio of any number to the succeeding number, higher number, you get 618. For example, 34 divided by 55 equals 618. If you measure the ratio between alternate numbers, you get 3.82. For example, 34 divided by 89 equals 0.382. And that's as far as into the explanation will go. These ratios are called the golden mean. Okay, that's enough mumbo jumbo. With all those numbers, you could have put an elephant to sleep. We'll just cut to the chase. These are the ratios you have to know. You have to know these. Fibonacci retracement levels: 0.236, 0.382, 0.500, 0.618, 0.764. Those are your retracement levels. Your extension levels are 0, 0.382, 618, 1, 1.382, and 1.618. You won't need to know how to calculate all of these. Your charting software will do all the work for you. Besides, we've got a nice Fibonacci calculator that you can magically calculate those levels for you. And we won't go into the calculator now, but that would be a fun lesson when we're done here. However, it's always good to be familiar with the basic theory behind the indicator, so you'll have the knowledge to impress your date. Traders use the Fibonacci retracement levels as potential support and resistance areas. Traders use the Fibonacci retracement levels as potential support and resistance areas. Since so many traders watch these same levels and place buy and sell orders on them to enter trades or place stops, the support and resistance levels tend to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Traders use the Fibonacci extension levels as profit-taking levels. Again, since so many traders are watching these levels to place buy and sell orders to take these profits, this tool tends to work more often than not due to self-fulfilling expectations. Most charting software includes both Fibonacci retracement levels and extension level tools. In order to apply Fibonacci levels to your charts, you'll need to identify swing high and swing low points. A swing high is a candlestick with at least 2 lower highs on both the left and right of itself. A swing low is a candlestick with at least 2 higher lows on both the left and right of itself. You got all that? Don't worry, we'll explain retracements, extensions, and most importantly, how to grab some pips using the Fibonacci tool in the following lessons. The next lesson up will be how to use Fibonacci retracement to enter a Forex trade. Next lesson, how to use Fibonacci retracement to enter a Forex trade. Okay, let's make sure we get the header and get that in our chat. And we also get the URL. Throw that in the chat. Okay. How to use Fibonacci retracement to enter a Forex trade. The first thing you should know about the Fibonacci tool is that it works best when the Forex market is trending. The idea is to go long or buy on a retracement at a Fibonacci support level when the market is trending up, and to go short or sell on a retracement at a Fibonacci resistance level when the market is trending down. Finding Fibonacci retracement levels. In order to find these Fibonacci retracement levels, you have to find the recent significant swing highs and swings lows. And so, I'm just going to keep reading. Then for downtrends, click on the swing high and drag the cursor to the most recent swing low. For uptrends, do the opposite. Click on the swing low and drag the cursor to the most recent swing high. Got that? Now let's take a look at some examples on how to apply Fibonacci retracement levels to the currency markets. Uptrend. And there's a graphic. This is a daily chart of the Aussie US dollar. Here we plotted the Fibonacci retracement levels by clicking on the swing low at spot 6955 on April 20th and dragging the cursor to the swing high at spot 8264 on June 3rd. So you guys can see that. So they took the swing low, they drew the Fibonacci tool up to its high. Ta-da! The software magically shows you the retracement levels. As you can see from the chart, the Fibonacci retracement levels were, and then we can read them out here, 23.6, the 382, 50%, the 618, the 764. And it's plotted there on the right axis, as you guys can kind of see from the drawing. Now the expectation is that if the Aussie US dollar retraces from the recent highs, it will find support at one of those Fibonacci retracement levels because traders will be placing buy orders at these levels as price pulls back. Now let's look at what happened after the swing high occurred. Price pulled back right through the 23.6 level and continued to shoot down over the next couple of weeks. It even tested the 382 level, but was unable to close below it. Later on, around July 14th, the market resumed its upward move and eventually broke through the swing high. Clearly buying at the 382 Fibonacci level would have been a profitable long-term trade. Downtrends, or downtrend. Let's visit the market for just a moment. And of course now you can see better, well, why would Beauty use a Fibonacci level inside of her darn channel? Why would you do that? And that's so that I can see how the market is behaving in accordance to the Fibonacci levels inside of my channel. And right now we are still supporting the halfway point. We came down to the 382, but this was I would think that we may still expect that to happen. We have to see how the market opens though for another 25 minutes. Okay, coming back to downtrend. Let's make sure the hangout is doing okay. It is. And I'll go ahead and take us off mic for just a moment. Okay, let's get back to it. Downtrend. Now let's see how we would use the Fibonacci retracement tool during a downtrend. Below is a 4-hour chart of the Euro USD. As you can see, we have found our swing high at 1.4195 on January 25th, and our swing low at 1.3854 a few days later on February 1st. The retracement levels are as stated here. The expectation for a downtrend is that if price retraces from this low, it could possibly encounter resistance at one of the Fibonacci levels because traders want to play the downtrend at better prices, may be ready with sell orders there. Let's take a look at what happened next. Wowza, isn't that a thing of beauty? The market did try to rally. It stalled at the 382 level for a bit before testing the 50. If you had some orders either at the 382 or the 50, you would have made some mad pips on that trade. So once again, they established the swing high to the swing low using the Fibonacci tool and with that rule, having the trade come into the 50 level, and the sells came in there and then took that trade. Now, the swing high, swing low trade, of course, they're swing traders. And they might have gotten out, and then, of course, at the 50 level, they would have taken in again. If you had some orders either at the 382 or 50, you would have made some mad pips. There we go. In these two examples, we see that price found some temporary forex support, resistance, temporary support and resistance at Fibonacci retracement levels. Because of all the people who use the Fibonacci tool, those levels become self-fulfilling support and resistance levels. One thing you should take note of is that price won't always bounce from these levels. They should be looked at as areas of interest, or as Cyclopip likes to call them, kill zones. We'll teach you more about that later on. For now, there's something you should always remember about using the Fibonacci tool, and it's that they are not always simple to use. If they were that simple, traders would always place their orders at Fibonacci retracement levels, and the markets would trend forever. In the next session, the next lesson will show you what can happen when Fibonacci retracement levels fail. The next session, Fibonacci retracements are not foolproof. Fibonacci retracements are not foolproof. There we go. All right, let's visit the chart widget, reminding you to always have a good chart. And BabyPips under the Rates tab, scroll down and grab yourself your initial chart widget. And we'll be going over how to customize the widget itself in later lessons. The trade as it stands today, right now, is 44.25, 29 at 1.26. We'll go back over to the news watch, and we have enjoyed $55.28 per position, and there are no new news stories that are coming into the trading view. And I did close off the tweet deck. I think maybe we were taking up a little bit too many resources there. Go back to the Hangout. And that all looks good. Chart looks good. Right. Give it just a moment. See what's going on over at the Mumble. Some wacky times, people. Okay, let's remind everybody to visit the MX4 room, which is right here. And there we go. And anytime that you're looking for them, just type in MX4 and go into your feature filters of YouTube for live, and that'll take you right to the window. And you'll see in the lower right, that's me. There's Infinite. He's a beat maker. He's up here. This is the Signatum chart, I believe, from Coinigy. This is our countdown clock. When I say our, I just mean everyone that's involved in this outreach, which is so cool. And really has been broadcasting for 7 days plus 93 hours. There's this little mining window here that lets you know about the GPUs that he's using and the Signatum that he's mining here. And these are all the people up at the top. These are all the content creators. And lots of cool things have happened. The little bug that he's got down here that's live, it's a GIF. I guess he found out that that GIF has been like rewatched. I don't know how many times, but a lot of times. And then here, because he has a Discord, you can, if it also works out and you want to talk to him, I think that one day it's going to be a very lively conversation that you will be hearing using the Discord. So I'm really pleased to see him use OBS. This is all open broadcasting software, and he's just taking it to different levels, really stretching imagination of what can be done and how these boxes can give people opportunities to share what they know. Like we have a surf report, and it's just really, really cool. I can't say enough about it. It's just very fun to be involved with someone that just has a lot of passion for the technology that's behind streaming. And so I really appreciate his efforts. So everything is running good there, and I always check on their chat, and I'm in the chat quite a bit. And I'll let them know that. Okay. All right, and that is true. I might have to do all this in 2 events today, 9:14. And I don't know how long this lesson is. Let's see. Let's see if we can get through this lesson, and then what we'll do is we'll close it out while we're watching the market open, okay? Fibonacci retracements are not foolproof. Fibonacci retracements are not foolproof right here. Why do they fail? Back in grade 1, we said that support and resistance levels eventually break. Well, seeing as how Fibonacci levels are used to find support and resistance levels, this also applies to Fibonacci. Fibonacci retracements do not always work. They are not foolproof. Let's go through an example when the Fibonacci retracement tool fails. Below is a 4-hour chart of the cable US dollar. Here you see that the pair has been in downtrend. So you decided to take out your Fibonacci retracement tool to help you spot a good entry. You use the swing at one spot 5383 with the swing low at one spot 479. You see that the pair has been stalling at the 50% level for the past couple of candles. You say, oh man, that 50% fib level, it's holding, baby. Time to short this sucker. You short at market and start daydreaming that you'll be driving down Rodeo Drive in a new Maserati with Scarlett Johansson, or if you're a lady trader, Ryan Gosling in the passenger seat. Now, if you really did put an order at that level, not only would your dreams go up in smoke, but your account would take a serious hit if you didn't manage your risk properly. Take a look at what happened. It turns out that that swing low was the bottom of the downtrend, and the market began to rally above the swing point, high point. What's the lesson here? While Fibonacci retracement levels give you a higher probability of success, like other technical tools, they don't always work. You don't know if price will reverse to the 382 level before resuming the trend. Sometimes it may hit 50% or the 618 levels before turning around. Heck, sometimes price will just ignore Mr. Fibonacci and blow past all the levels, just like how LeBron James bullies his way through the lane with sheer force. Remember, the market will not always resume its uptrend after finding temporary support or resistance, but instead continue to go past the recent swing high or low. Another common problem in using Fibonacci retracement tool is determining which swing low and which swing high to use. People look at charts differently, look at different time frames, and have their own fundamental biases. It is likely that Stephen from BitBubble and the girl from Ipanema have different ideas of where the swing high and swing low points should be. The bottom line is that there is no absolute right way to do it, especially when the trend on the chart isn't so clear. Sometimes it becomes a guessing game. That's why you need to hone your skills and combine the Fibonacci retracement tool with other tools in your Forex toolbox to help give you, a higher probability of success. In the next lesson, we'll show you how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool in combination with other forms of support and resistance levels and candlesticks. All right, so there, we'll go back to the chart and we'll go ahead and let the US market open. And trade is at 44.30, up 1.37 on the day. And we will get back to the lesson in a little bit. I will be on mute. Okay, guys, thank you.